everything.
Yeah, we're deleting all of it.
Just all of it.
All of it all the time.
Our comedy gold, our tests.
Yes.
Everything.
Our comedy gold of saying testing.
Yes, comedy gold.
Oof, that's some high quality comedy there.
You just don't get it.
I guess I don't. Do you guys get it?
Who?
Them.
Who are you talking to?
The people. The people out there?
I think you're insane.
In your head, lock the doors and close the blinds. Turn on your TV, turn off your mind.
So welcome, or welcome back, everyone, or welcome for the first time, or welcome for the third time, or welcome for the fourth time. How about the fifth time?
We're gonna do this again?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh,
how many times have we done this?
This is episode 39.
So we have to do it 39 times. Okay. Welcome for the seventh time.
Welcome to the 8th time,
we got
the 9th time, the 10th time.
We were going to go down the line, but now that he's just doing it, I don't like it anymore.
Of course you don't. You're a dick.
We hope you enjoyed our last week's episode on... We just said it.
Crash Team Racing.
Yeah,
I did it.
You know what?
I remembered.
When I was looking up because I wanted to see the new versus the old for that game, and I would look up Crash Team Racing, it'd be like CTR, and I'm like, what the fuck is CTR? And because Capture the Flag is what came to mind. I know that's CTF, but literally as soon as I saw that, I'm like, why would anyone be playing Capture the Flag? I don't understand something. And I kept seeing that. I'm like, oh, Crash Team Racing. Everybody calls it CTR.
Yep.
And then I didn't know that the redo was called like Nitro something.
Yeah.
I thought that was like
Nitrous Shield.
Yeah, and I thought that was like a sequel because why would you change the title?
Yeah, I don't know why they changed the title of it.
It makes zero sense.
But I mean, like, they did that even with Spyro. That's the Reignited trilogy.
Yeah, but that makes sense. At least it's still the trilogy. Yeah. But they wouldn't, like, each individual game doesn't have a different name,
That's true.
Right?
The names are still the exact same.
So it's just weird that they changed the name. It makes it look like a sequel, and so that's what I thought at first. But obviously not a sequel.
It's a reboot.
It's a reboot.
Extra shit on it.
But apparently it's way better, so. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed that episode. That was a lot of fun for us to play.
It was.
And this week is...
Resident Evil 2 Remake. And we actually both played the remake on this one.
Yeah. I watched
it's so different.
I watched the fucking original. It looks terrible.
It is.
It's just so... before we keep going, we are Soul of the Gamer.
Yes.
I am Scott Nell.
I'm Steve McGee.
And every week we come at you with a game we play, or sometimes we don't, or sometimes we do, or sometimes we don't.
We always play...
Or sometimes we do.
Except for the first couple of episodes that I didn't finish. Because I was lazy back then.
But sometimes we don't. But sometimes we do.
And everyone called me out on it.
Yep.
And they were right.
Anyway, Yeah, so that's us. So I watched the original gameplay, all right? So it's a fixed fucking camera.
Yep.
It's like it's almost on... It's like you're looking through a security camera and doing your movements based on looking through. It's like that third-person view kind of thing. It was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
I could not imagine actually playing that and being like, I'm so fucking confused.
It's the same thing with the first one in the first remake, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first remake's just as bad.
Wait, the remake or the...
The first remake, yeah. Because the first remake happened in like...
Oh, so they remade it twice?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, they actually haven't remade the first one again.
Okay.
So they remade the first one like on Xbox 360.
Okay.
And then they haven't done a remake.
Camera still?
Yeah, they used the fixed camera and stuff still.
Why?
And then this was the next remake to come out.
Yeah.
And they revamped everything.
Yeah,
totally.
Which was way smarter.
It's so beautiful.
Guys, if you haven't played, just look up a video of the differences. It is fucking insane.
Seriously, look like this. These characters, like this screenshot, it's about that good graphics.
Yeah, if you're watching the YouTube,
gorgeous. It's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, but the original is like it's really bulky. And I'm kind of curious if the story stayed the same. So throughout the entire playthrough, I'm like, so did they do this in the original? Did they do that? But it wasn't actually. So I did look up the differences. There are differences.
There are some, but they did stay really true to it.
Well, yeah, but Ada was weird. They completely changed her character.
Ada?
Yeah. So Ada, did you meet Ada?
Oh, no, that's only Leon's story.
Yeah, so Ada is actually one of the main characters in almost all of the fucking Resident Evils. She's apparently in all the ones like 4 past. Okay. I don't think she's in 3. I think because 3 happens at the same time that 2 happens at.
Yeah, and 1 instead of 2 is right after 1.
Yeah, it's like a month after, I think. Right? Yeah,
because there's even a letter that you find that said like
Jill.
The people who survived the mansion.
Yeah. So Ada's story changes a little bit because in the original she was apparently the girlfriend of one of the scientists in the secret lab.
Oh, okay.
But in this one she's like, I'm Ada, FBI.
Oh, okay.
And like and Leon believes her, and I'm like, what? She showed you a fake badge. She's here with nobody. There's no partners. She's like, I'm trying to uncover evil. I'm like, there's zombies everywhere.
Everywhere.
What do you mean you're still trying to uncover? We need solid proof. I'm like, just take a fucking zombie.
Yeah.
Why do you need the G virus? What are you talking about? It made zero sense.
Everyone was after the G virus when the T virus was running rampant.
Oh, was it the T virus?
Well, there's both.
Okay.
So the T virus is the normal zombies. The G virus is what Birkin was infected with.
Okay. Because there's a different thing in the later games that I was reading. What's weird is, and I know this is kind of a tangent, I played a Resident Evil game way long ago. I played 4.
Oh, okay.
Which I found out because I looked up all there is in Evils because I'm like, is Leon a main character in all of them? And he's not.
No, it's Chris Redfield.
It's
mostly.
Either Chris Redfield or him or Jill.
Yep.
So those three usually interchange. Claire I didn't see at all.
Claire,
I don't know what the fuck happened to her.
She shows up in a couple of different ones of the spin-off ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the 4th one, you're like, it's on GameCube. And I remember playing the first hour of it and hating it because it was so fucking hard. Like I had no idea what to do.
It's more of an action game than an actual like story-based game. Yeah, it's all action and just shooting zombies. That one's I heard is one of the best ones for co-oping.
Yeah, and then I watched somebody play 6, I think, because that came out while I was at a party of a friend. Okay. And we were all playing games, and these two guys were just playing Resident Evil, and they stood up all night and beat it.
Nice.
Yeah. So, all right. So into it. Just for everyone's little know-how, we're changing up the way we do our stories.
Yes. So we used to go into every detail of almost the entire story, try to give you like, all right, we do this next, this next, this next, this next, this next. We're now going to kind of just go around it. That way people can experience it for themselves.
Yeah.
And we're going to just talk about like our favorite parts or our least favorite parts.
Yeah.
We're not going to go over the entire story.
So if we're talking about something in the story, we want to explain that segment of the story or something that has to do with that segment, but we won't go into the entire story.
Which, I mean, if you guys, and tell us if you like that. If you like the new style when we try this out and you like us not going into so much detail, let us know that. Yeah, and if you want us to go back, we'll talk about it.
No, we'll just go fuck yourself.
That too.
Please comment, and then I will literally give you a go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So, and I'll read out your name. If you comment and give us your real name, I'll read it out on this and say, okay,
Kyle, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. There you go. So.
I don't know why I chose the name Kyle. But
I don't know.
Fuck Kyle.
It's your favorite name, apparently. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on to...
What's on the box?
What is on the box? We weren't ready for this, actually. We don't have a box. Oh, we have a box!
We do. I was prepared.
See, that's Ada.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, when she takes off, there's a point in the story, and again, I'm getting off right here. There's a point in the story. She's in like a fucking sunglasses and a trench coat. She's walking around, and you get shot in the back.
Yeah.
And you have to take control of Ada, so you're Ada for a short time, okay? And she takes off her trench coat, and she's like, don't worry, Leon, I'll come back. And she covers you, and she's wearing a red fucking dress, and I'm like, she's FBI? What?
Hey. Just because she's FBI doesn't mean she can't look good.
And at no point does Leon question it. At no point is he like, why are you wearing a fucking dress?
So yes, back of the box though. Do you want to read it? Or?
Yeah, sure. So this is not the original. This is obviously the remake.
Yes.
The outbreak has returned. The T-virus has somehow leaked into Raccoon City's underground, spreading through the streets and creating an outbreak even bigger than the one around the Spencer Mansion. Is Spencer Mansion?
Yeah, that's the first one.
Weird, interesting. Leon, a rookie officer, and Claire, a biker.
That's what she was.
Yeah. So in the that's another difference then, because in the original she's a college student.
She is a college student who's also a biker, but her brother is a police officer.
Yeah. And so in the original, all it said is a rookie officer and college student Claire. It sounds like a bad sitcom, doesn't it?
Yes.
Biker arrive in town together, but then they're forced on their own deadly paths. This survival horror masterpiece that captivated the world now return. I don't think it captivated. Did it captivate the world?
Actually, yeah. Resident Evil was
the original games.
Yeah, the original games were super popular.
Interesting.
The game really was really popular up until. Like, the first 3 games were completely solid. Everyone fucking loved them. 4th, a lot of people didn't really like what they switched. And then 5 and 6, they got really bad. 6 was, like, probably the hardest of the Resident Evil games. And a lot of people struggle with that. And it's just the hardest one to get through.
Yeah.
And, like, some of the people have, like, Matrix powers. Where, like, they dodge, like, your
like
boss
in the
battles,
movies,
they like
because the movies kind of did that.
Yeah. Well, the movies suck compared.
I love the movies.
They're so bad.
But I love it because it's the girl from The Fifth Element, I think.
Yeah, it is. Mia Jovovich.
Yeah, I love her.
And she's an amazing actress, but like her character's not even in any of the games.
No, she's not.
Alice, yeah.
Excuse you, she's in every game. You just can't see her. Okay. She's invisible. All right. More terrifying than before. This horrifying horror now feels both nostalgic and new.
I will agree with that 100%.
Like, if I played honestly, the original, sure.
Like looking at the original and like seeing that, and everyone who played the original is like, this is a really awesome revamp of it. It completely keeps a lot of the same story elements and changes only a few things, just mainly graphically,
and just small changes in the story that really don't matter. Like either way, if Ada's an FBI agent or the boyfriend of someone, she's still a fucking liar. Yeah, like she literally lies to you. So whatever she says is a fucking lie. So it doesn't matter. I just love how they say Claire, a biker.
And so in this game too, you also you pick either Claire or Leon to play.
We'll get into that with
I guess we'll go
into our next segment, which is
Are We Jammin?
I'm telling you, Night Trap has ruined us. Night Trap ruined all game because they did such a good job with the song, like them and Ori, that the music was so beautiful. Every other game has to compete with that now.
It really does. Like honestly, again, I think this is one of those games where, as far as like music goes, it's not hit or miss.
Yeah, it's
really neutral. Yeah. Dialogue for this, I think, is pretty damn good. There's a couple parts where it's really cheesy.
Yeah,
but
I will say every one of Leon's lines is fucking cheesy. Every single one. He's like, "Don't worry, I'm a cop. I'll protect you." I'm like, "Oh, you're not going to just shoot black people?"
Wow.
It's just weird that they go like every time he can say it, he's like, "Don't worry, I'm a cop."
Yeah, he does
every single time.
Claire's is pretty.
I bet Claire's is better.
I really like.
So much. Leon is just such a dick the entire time. Such a pretentious little snob.
Yeah.
I will say one of the best things about the sounds in this game, creepy as fuck.
Yes.
So when you're doing something, so if you're like, there's points in this game where basically you have to go into things. So if you're trying to open a door, it kind of pauses the great game around you, but noises are still happening. Like there'll still be creaks and breaks and zombie sounds, and you'll be like, shit, I gotta do this fast. Otherwise it's gonna get me, even though the fucking game is paused around you.
I gotta say, as far as like atmosphere goes, nothing is more horrifying in this entire game than hearing Mr. X's footsteps. Yeah.
So in the game, does he call him Mr. X? Because the only thing that they call him is Tyrant.
So Tyrant is what they're also. They're Mr. X and Nemesis are both tyrants.
Yeah. Yeah. So in this, I'm guessing Mr. X got his name later on in one of the future games.
Or I think it's maybe listed somewhere in like one of the files or something.
Maybe, because the only point that they mention Mr. X is when they say Tyrant, and then it's this guy who gets killed by him.
Yeah, because he's
got like a voice recording of it.
There's Mr. X is one of the tyrants, and then like I said, Nemesis in the third game, he's another tyrant. Yeah. Which I don't exactly remember what the storyline for the tyrants were. I think they were characters that like the Umbrella Corporation infected to. So in the Leon story, they actually go into it a little bit. You meet a reporter who gets killed by Tyrant. His head gets smashed against the wall, and then I don't know how to like they crush it with his hand. Okay. It's fucking terrifying part of the game. But he has like notes on him and a voice recorder where he talks about like, and the protectors of all this, these tyrants, they're the most infected of all. Yeah. Yeah, and so they're just literally protectors of the secret. Yeah. Well, and
they're like the children who survived.
They're wanting it to spread.
Yeah. But they're weird because like when you get to the underground lab, they mention a little bit about this, but they talk about people who are kind of resilient, and I think that's what they are. Yeah. They're just kind of resilient, but in the end they still turn. They're just more resilient. It takes them longer, so they keep part of their humanity. Yeah. So they're still like, eventually they become brain dead, like, and they just listen to whatever they're told about, but they're a little bit more resistant. That's why they still resemble humans. Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, Mr. X though, like seriously, when you first encounter him, it's a really terrifying thing. The sounds are really great for it. But
how did you first encounter him? I guess you know what. Oh yeah, so it was a helicopter for you too?
Yeah.
All right. So wait, which part of the helicopter?
After you douse the helicopter in water and then go up to the helicopter, he lifts the helicopter.
Yeah, so
up.
we do the same thing.
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
I thought maybe the stories ran concurrent like that, where maybe you did something different.
There's a split with Mr. X after the police station. So in Claire's story, Birkin actually kills Mr. X before you get to the greenhouse. Whereas in Leon's story, you encounter Mr. X again in the greenhouse.
Yes.
Yes.
Not the greenhouse, the
lab,
the apothecary.
Well, it says greenhouse on the map. Yeah.
I called it an apothecary.
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah.
You kill Mr. X yourself as Leon.
Birkin kills him.
In Claire's?
Yeah,
interesting.
Claire's.
Yeah, because you have to like fire a rocket and you have to kill both fucking Birkin and Mr. X and Leon.
You only have to kill Birkin.
God damn it, that's bullshit.
But you have an extra, I think, Birkin fight with Claire.
Yeah, probably.
And you have another thing, but we'll get into that in the story. But,
all right.
Yeah, no, I think like seriously, dialogue sounds like the ambiance for it and like the scary sounds, they're creepy as fuck. Like it's got a really good ambience. It's got really good, gets you right into the atmosphere, good mood. Like I think as far as that goes, I think it's solid.
I can't imagine playing this and being scared of the original version.
No, you wouldn't be scared of the original version.
Because it'd be like the techno sound, like and that would be the whole song. Then you'd be but it would be right in for you. You would have seen it like 10 minutes before it fucking even screamed.
Yeah.
In this one, it's scary because randomly they'll start banging on windows.
Oh yeah.
Right next to you.
And burst open doors and do all this.
Yeah. It's really fun.
Lickers sound creepy as hell.
Oh, lickers were the worst.
Yeah.
Lickers were the absolute worst.
Yeah.
There's a part when you're in the lab where two jump on top of you. So the first one jumps far away from you.
Yeah.
So I thought that was the only one. So I grabbed my shotgun out and I'm like, oh, I'm going to fuck you up. And I shoot him once and then the second one just lands right on top of me. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I threw 2 flash grenades, ran out of there and then threw 2 grenades and killed them both.
Nice.
So fuck them up.
All right. Should we go to the next one then?
Next part.
How does it play?
This game plays fairly decently, actually.
I think it plays pretty fantastically.
The only problem I have is the shooting.
Shooting could be a little better.
Yeah, just the way how long it takes you to actually sit there and get a good aim at them without having to...
It's a little stiff.
Yeah, you can't hip fire either. I don't know if you noticed
No, you can't.
Yeah, which is a little annoying, especially when you're like not wanting to slow down and shoot.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then of course bullets are sparse, so that's probably why they took out hip fire for the game. They don't want you wasting bullets.
Yeah.
Shooting is okay.
The puzzle mechanics for this game, I think, are pretty brilliant.
Oh yeah, I thought they were really good.
The puzzles in this game, they're fantastic.
Some of them are really easy though.
Oh, some of them are super easy.
Some of they had like padlocks with 3 number codes up to 9, and I'm like, or letters. Yeah, you just literally you can do them without having the code. Like it took me 2 minutes sometimes just to let's go through all of these.
Yeah,
like and that was really simple.
Exactly.
So they had those, and then some of them are a little harder, like the safe and stuff. You had to
the safes were a little different. The like keychain little safe, where you had to do like the 8 different buttons in the exact order. And stuff. That like those were a little bit more. Yeah, they weren't hard at all.
No, but like, just trying to memorize where all the buttons were. I didn't understand those at first. I had 2 on me, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? What do I plug these into? And it's literally nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. You just fucking open them and get cool shit.
The chess piece puzzle for Claire's story is one of my favorite.
That must be in both. I think
it's both.
Yeah, the chess piece was easy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's literally impossible not to get it right.
Yeah.
Because you had 4 answers given to you right off the bat.
Yeah.
So...
But I thought that one was a fun one. Some of the other ones, like I said, I think playing-wise, besides the shooting being a little stiff and taking a little bit of time, like, it's not bad at all. Like, the gameplay for this is pretty spot on. I really like a lot of the mechanics for it.
I will say
the storage.
The one thing that you didn't get to experience, I don't know if this is Claire's story, but this is the one thing that a lot of people complain about. Leon's running is shit.
Oh.
It's literal garbage. So you get to play as Ada at some point in the game, and I'm sprinting with her. I'm like, why is she so much better at running? She's in a fucking dress and heels. What the fuck is going on? Because Leon is just like a small crawl. It's like, I'm going at a good pace for me. Like, and that's it. That's all you get. And you barely can outrun the tyrant. You can barely outrun him as Leon.
Yeah, you can outrun him pretty well with Claire.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, and that's when I looked it up online, everyone was like, "Why the fuck is Leon's running shit?"
And it's really cool too. Like, so after you beat the game too, one of the cool things is on like your second runs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You unlock a bunch of weapons depending on achievements and stuff and different collectibles you get during your first run. And so like on my second run through the game, I actually started with a unlimited ammo pistol, an unlimited ammo machine gun, a minigun, and a rocket launcher, unlimited ammo.
Fucking weird.
And like the minigun, you could just hold forever because it was infinite.
But you can't kill Tyrant with it.
No. But like the rocket launcher stunned him in one shot.
Yeah.
And it's like when you stunned Tyrant or Mr. X, whatever you want to call him, he was stunned for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So you could just like pull out your rocket, just poof, and then just run away.
See you, bitch. Yeah, this game plays fairly well. Like I said, movement can be a little better. Shooting's fine. Everything's pretty good.
It makes you explore almost every part of the levels, which I really like.
There's a puzzle mechanics in this game and also upgrade mechanics, so you can upgrade your guns to make them a little bit better. The only two guns that I was able to upgrade was the pistol and the shotgun.
You can do pistol, shotgun. You can do the shock gun, like the taser gun.
I didn't get one of those.
Oh, okay. There's like a taser gun that Claire gets.
Okay, so Claire probably is the only one who gets that.
She also gets a rocket launcher, or grenade launcher, I mean.
We get a rocket launcher near the end of the game. Yeah. That's about it.
And I think Leon gets a shotgun that Claire doesn't get, I think.
Yeah.
And then, Leon Claire gets a submachine gun.
Oh, nice. And I get the fucking one-shot fucking Magnum that destroys everything.
That thing's ridiculous.
It is so cool.
There's a special ammo you can get with Claire that is a one-shot pistol thing.
Nice. Yeah, so some of the other mechanics in this game, like we said, there's no like real climbing mechanics or anything like that. No crouching mechanics, no hiding mechanics, no jumping mechanics. So you don't really, like, you can either run from things or fight things, and that's pretty much your options. There are hiding spots though.
Kind of.
There are because
like areas things can't go into.
No, not like that.
Oh.
This is weird. So I ended up getting a roll of film.
Okay.
So did you get...
the dark room.
Yeah, so I go to the dark room, and it said 2 pictures on it said hiding spots.
Oh.
And it was both the rooms. In the offices, there's 2 main... So where Leon's little desk is, you know how there's a little office in there? Yeah, in the office, underneath the desk, apparently you can hide behind those. According to these pictures. I don't know for sure.
I think they're hiding spots for a safe or something. Or like an item.
Oh, maybe. I didn't even go check.
Yeah.
I should have went and checked.
I think they're hiding spots for that. They're not necessarily the hiding spots. So any of the rooms, except for the main lobby of the building, the police station, that had a chest in it and a typewriter, those rooms were all safe rooms.
Yeah, kind of.
No, they were.
No, there's only one that becomes a non-safe room.
There's several rooms in the police station that are
but there's a safe room that becomes a non-safe room. It's the main one, the main
lobby.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That one's not a safe one.
Well, it's safe up until
Mr. X.
Up until what's his face turns.
Daryl or whatever. Marvin. Yeah.
Is it Marvin?
I think it's Marvin.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Something like that. Yeah. Up until he turns into a zombie, I think it's a safe room that you can get in there. But once he turns, it's like, nope, everything can come in here now.
But that's the only one that's not a safe room.
Yeah, and that makes sense because otherwise Mr. X couldn't get to one side of the building.
The place where the police armory is, like the chief's office, and where the armory and stuff is.
Yeah, so you can't go into the chief's office.
You can.
I can't.
Oh,
Leon cannot.
Claire does.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I figured out while I was playing, and this was pretty easy to figure out. So
because you had the Ada storyline, I had the police chief storyline. Yeah. With Sherry.
So there's 4 keys that you can get in this, but each character can only get 3.
Yes.
So you get the heart key and I get the club key. Yeah. And I figured that out because each club key room had a heart on it. Yeah, exactly.
Or a diamond.
So it was a heart.
Yeah. Okay.
It's either heart. It's heart and club. So each club key had a way to get into a heart place, except for the chief's office was the only one I couldn't get into.
Yeah.
I assumed like, okay, I don't have a heart key and I'm almost at the end of the game, so it must be the other storyline.
Which the chief's office was literally just another safe room.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And it had an elevator.
Is that where you find
what's
her face?
Where the parking garage was.
Okay. Is that where you find the girl?
You find Sherry. When you go through...
I guess let's hold off on that and head into the next segment.
It's story time. Let's get started.
Continue.
Okay.
Now that we're in story time.
So yeah, basically, one of the big differences is once you get down at the police station, you get the 3 medallions. You enter that thing, and you go to the lower level, and you go down
what's
to
his name for the first
garage.
time, Birkin?
Yeah. So you fight Birkin for the first time there. Sherry is in the room with Birkin the first time you encounter him. Okay. And Sherry actually drops down a ladder for you once you defeat Birkin.
Okay, she's the one who drops down the ladder for you. Yeah. Because in mine, it doesn't show who dropped down the ladder.
It's Sherry.
In mine, I think it's Ada.
Probably.
Because Ada's randomly doing things for you.
Does a lot with you, and Sherry does a lot more with Claire.
Yeah.
So with Sherry and Claire, what we end up doing is we go up to the parking garage, and then the police chief comes running at us, holds a gun to us, threatens to shoot me and Sherry, and then grabs Sherry, has Sherry zip tie my hands together, pistol whips me, and then leaves with Sherry. Mm-hmm. And then
you're like, this was a great Saturday.
Then you go through the parking garage to get through a back access elevator that goes up to the chief's office and goes back to the police station.
And that's probably where you get the heart key, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get it inside of his he's got a collector's room where he's got like a tiger pelt and a bunch of other things back there, like because he's a big game hunter.
Yeah.
And then once you get back down to the parking garage, once you get the parking pass to get out of the parking garage, then the police chief, like you see, he sees you on some cameras, and he has like he calls a phone in a room that you're in.
Yeah.
And he's like, you better leave us alone or I'll kill this fucking little girl or blah, blah, blah. Like, and she's like, no, I'm going to save her, blah, blah, blah.
No, I'm going to save her.
And then
kill her if you won't, but I'm still going to save her.
You have to actually play as Sherry.
Yeah.
In this next part.
Okay, so it does do that. So I had to play as Ada, and then you had to play as Sherry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sherry's in a daycare center where the police chief is doing experiments on... He's, like, working with bunch of, like, Umbrella and, like, a bunch of the other shit and, like, examining zombies and shit in this daycare center.
Yeah.
And he's, like... Basically, like, I think he's killed a lot of people, too, it seems like.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
But as Sherry, you have to, like, sneak around the daycare center and hide from him. And he's, like, trying to find you the entire time. And
he's like, Sherry.
You end up burning him with acid at one point in his face. And
nice.
Then Birkin gets a hold of him.
Okay, rips him in two.
And shoves his hand on his face. A little worm thing comes out of his hand down his throat.
Okay.
And then it goes back to Claire, and then you have to run away from Mr. X out of the parking garage and go to the daycare center.
Yeah.
And then once you get there as Claire, you run into...
Because Birkin is her dad, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So William Birkin is Sherry's dad and Annette's husband.
Yeah, they don't mention that at all in the Leon story.
They mention it all the time in Claire's. There's a point right after Birkin kills Mr. X... Sherry and you are in an elevator and she goes, Dad? And you're like, what did you just say? No. Like, what the fuck? He's your dad? What the fuck?
He doesn't look like your daddy.
But yeah, when Claire gets back to the daycare center, she ends up going to look for Sherry and finds the police chief like running down the hall, like bleeding in a bunch of different places and like panicked, and he's like holding onto his chest. He's like, it's all your fucking fault. And then the fucking worm like bursts out of his chest and crawls away.
So they stole aliens.
Pretty much.
Okay, interesting thing to steal.
It's like a giant centipede looking thing that just like burst out of his chest and then just runs off and scurries off. It's really, really gross. Yeah.
Nice. Does he revive?
No.
Oh.
And then
you don't get to shoot him in the head.
You go down the secret panel in the back room. Yeah, exactly. And then Mr. X catches up to you, and you're running from Mr. X. You see an elevator. You get on the elevator. Mr. X is running up to you. Birkin comes up, grabs Mr. X, like shoves him against the elevator door, and then grabs his like stomach and rips him, and like rips a huge chunk of his like abdomen.
Interesting.
Out. And then Mr. X is like sitting there, like, and then Birkin jumps on the elevator, and the elevator crashes down.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
And then that's when you get into the sewers.
Okay. So yeah, in mine, you just naturally travel to the sewers.
Yeah.
There's just a way down.
And you had a different boss battle with the giant alligator that Claire didn't have.
Oh my god, that was stupid. It wasn't really a boss battle. It's like you run from it and then you just shoot the explosion at it and it dies and you're like, okay.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Claire's, you go through this swamp area in the sewer where like 4 mini Birkins are.
Yeah, you do that too.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Do that a few times. There's 4 and then more pop up as you go around. Yeah. It's really annoying. Yeah, pretty much it's the same thing. There's some points of interest in mine, and I think the most scary part of this whole fucking game is when Tyrant shows up.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, he lifts that helicopter. So in Leon's story, I think you can see him before that. Because I saw a video where somebody saw him on the computer. Because I wanted to show somebody, like, you got to see it when he comes in. Because the scariest fucking thing, he lifts a helicopter. I'm trying to show them that. So I'm looking at the video for that. Mm-hmm. And all I got is, like, every single Tyrant part. And it shows him, like, on a... And I didn't get to see this in the game. I don't know when you can do this. But you can go on a computer and see him, like, walking down an alley. And then Leon says, I hope I don't have to deal with that. Just like, nice. Yeah, right? And I'm like, oh, I don't remember doing that. But maybe it's in the second playthrough.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because there is a... like, so you can redo the game again, or you can do a second run, which I've never actually done a second run.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing it's like a new game plus kind of thing.
I think so. Yeah. I think basically. So yeah, once he comes around, that is the scariest part because you are still running through the fucking police station and he's just randomly showing up. Yep. And you can hear him. His footsteps are so fucking scary. I was in this room, right? I was in the bell tower. Do you have to go to the bell tower?
The clock tower, yeah.
So in the clock tower, I'm up at the top and I keep hearing boom, 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 boom. Boom. And I'm like, is he right fucking outside? Is he going to come in here? Boom, boom.
He doesn't come in there, but he stays outside of it.
No, he didn't stay outside. He was on the floor below it.
Oh.
And I'm like, God damn, is he right outside the fucking door? What's going on? So I stay in there for about 10 minutes, just waiting for him to leave. And he never leaves. So I'm like, I gotta go out. I gotta leave. Yeah. I gotta go and just run from him. I think I can take one hit. At that point, I hadn't been hit by him yet. Okay. So I didn't know if I could take a hit or if I was insta-killed. So I run out and he's on the floor below. I'm like, the fuck is his footsteps so loud? Who built this fucking police station?
Well, he's just massive.
Yeah. You can hear him everywhere.
Oh, yeah. And you can definitely tell when he's getting close to you. Like, it's definitely pretty terrifying.
Yeah, and it's a little annoying. I was really hoping he would, like, fight zombies, too. So I could, like, run past him and he would smash him or something, but he just ignores them.
One of the funniest videos I saw on TikTok recently regarding Mr. X was on Claire's run through. This guy was playing, and he opens this door, and, like, Mr. X is coming down the stairs right towards her. And he sees her, and he just shuts the door, and he's in one of those safe areas. So Mr. X turns back around, and he opens the door again, and Mr. X is like, "Oh shit, there she is!" And then turns back around. He's doing commentary for Mr. X the entire time. He's like, "Claire, you have an overdue library book. I'm coming after you." "Oh shit, where'd she go? I'll go back upstairs." "There she is! Fucking Claire, come back here!" He did that over and over. And it was dying laughing.
It was like, goddamn fucking safe area. It's got to go all the way around now. She opened the door again. Go, go, go!
Exactly. It's so funny doing that shit with him. Like, peekaboo.
Yeah. He's like, he is so fucking, seeing him go through a door is fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I didn't know he went through walls.
Yes.
So at the one point I go into, there's a club door and a heart door downstairs where you get, I don't remember what you get down there. It's in the interrogation room. So you have to go into the interrogation room and you go and you hear him like walking around. I'm like, fuck, is he right outside the fucking door again? And he's not. So I'm like, okay, I'm safe for now. I'm going to try to go outside. Be fine. I don't see him. I'm like, okay, he's nowhere around. I'm just going to go up the stairs and hopefully he's not on the stairs. And then as I'm going past this wall, he smashes through the fucking wall. And I'm like, oh, fuck! So I run back to the interrogation room because apparently that's a safe spot.
Yeah.
Because I think anywhere that's a one-way
in.
Yeah, is a safe spot. Yeah. And if you go in there, he just walks away, and he walked away, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I need a minute. I need to sit down.
So, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil Biohazard.
Yeah.
The bosses in that one, there's this guy who's like the daddy of this hillbilly house.
Yeah.
And when he's chasing you around the house, he can break down doors. He can bust through walls.
Nice.
Like anything. And he can destroy almost half the house.
And every time he opens a door, are you like, Daddy?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And it's terrifying. It's just like that with Mr. X, but it's not just like 1 or 2 doors. It's literally like every single
I think
wall.
he only did it to one wall for me, so I don't know if he does it to more. And
no.
All right.
He doesn't do any walls with Claire.
Okay, so yeah, he was fucking scary as shit. Just having to do stuff in the police station still and running past him. Then after he shows up, more fucking lickers show up too. So I left them alone because they hit you once and then they kind of like, it's like when you're in Dead by Daylight, when something hits you, it takes a second to say, oh, I hit him. It felt so good. And then it just stops for a second. Same with the lickers. They just stop for a second. So you're able to run past him. Eventually I went back and killed him. But when he's chasing you and you go into a room and there's 2 lickers hanging out and you had no idea they were in there, you can't go back. He's right fucking behind you. You have to go through both those lickers. Dude, it was so fucking annoying.
Like, honestly, Mr. X, like, the parts of Mr. X are some of the most terrifying, like, as far as, like, just feeling rushed and feeling like you have to do things at a certain time and being like, I gotta get the fuck out of this room, like, right fucking now.
He's easy to evade though. If you just get him into a big area and you can go around him.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't go through you. He only walks really kind of fast. He doesn't really run. But he was fucking scary. Just having him as an ominous presence in the police station at any given point. And when he jumps through the window of the botanical garden, so you're in the garden and you have to grab the ID badge so you can get into the level 3 access or whatever. And you grab it and you're like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, why did I just say that? And then he jumps through the fucking window. I'm like, he's here! What the fuck was that? And I had no idea that you could go through. So you could either go around for this part or through the middle of it. Yeah. And I thought the middle was closed off because when the weeds are there, it looks like the bridge is destroyed. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go back around. And I'm like, how the fuck did he get around me? Oh my God. And then 2 plant monsters spawn.
Oh, those plant monsters are stupid.
Yeah, and you have to go back around and he just follows you. He hit me so many times in that garden. Yeah. It took me so long to get out of there.
Which one of the cool mechanics, if you got the red herb, the green herb, and the blue herb and combine them all together.
Yeah, you get resistance.
Yeah, you get
you heal, you get resistance, and you're immune to poison. Yep. However, things didn't poison me. So I'm guessing that's a new game plus thing. Nothing ever poisoned me, so I have no idea what the poison was for.
I think the plants could. There was a couple of things that could. I just don't remember exactly what they were.
Okay, yeah, maybe in Leon's story they don't as much.
Maybe not.
Or maybe in the first playthrough. Or maybe
it's a harder difficulty or something.
First playthrough maybe not. So, or maybe it's on hard because I did it on normal.
Yeah.
Every time I died, they're like, would you like to switch it to an easier play? No. I'm like, fuck you. Get out of here.
One of the other parts I really liked with Claire was
how hot she was.
Yeah, actually.
It's the dumbest meeting in the world. Before you continue, I got to tell you this.
Okay, go for it.
So Leon and Claire, instant chemistry, right?
Instant.
Like literally in love the second they meet.
Like, oh my God, you might be the only hot guy alive.
Yeah, like seriously, like it's so stupid how fucking insane this is because you meet them they meet each other at a gas station after killing a bunch of zombies. They're not really rushed and they're like, how about we get out of here?
Yep. And
they're like, we're going to go into the city. Mm-hmm. Also, this whole game could have been avoided if they just drove in a different direction.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But she wanted to get to her brother.
And he wanted to get to his new job.
Yes. Because he knew the city needed help with all the shit that's going on.
Because he's a
cop.
He's a cop. It's just a fucking. So you get to the city and you crash and they separate and they're like, "We'll find each other." I'm like, why are you
back at the police station?
Like, why are you guys in love already? I don't understand what's going on.
Well, and every time they see each other, it's like,
Leon. I know, it's like they've known each other their whole life.
Leon,
it's so
I see
weird.
You right outside of this gate, but I can't. I have bolt clippers yet.
Literally, Leon is the same with Ada.
Yeah.
The exact fucking Ada comes in and she's like, "Hey, guy," and you're like, "Oh, hey, I wanna fuck you.
Yeah,
I wanna fuck you bad." And then they kiss in there's a tram car that goes down and they kiss in the tram car and I'm like, haven't they only known each other for like 4 hours?
Yep.
And then she comes back because she's trying to steal the G virus, right?
Yeah.
And she gets it and then's aiming a gun at Leon and she's like, "Damn it, I care about you." She drops the fucking gun and I'm like, what is going on? It's been 4 fucking hours.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's weird because all of this happens in one night.
Yeah.
All of it. Like in a few hours. This is not very long.
Like, well, and I like that about it too because it's cool. It's really true to the zombie.
Yeah, but the relationship part of it makes no fucking sense. It's like, we're in danger, zombies all around us, let's fuck.
Pretty much.
That's the whole story. It's just a love story. It's a love triangle story with a kid involved.
Yes.
There you go. That's the whole fucking story.
Having both of her parents killed, and she ends up taking her.
Yep. God, it's so fucking weird, guys. So Ada and Claire and Leon should just fuck already and get it over with.
I'd watch.
Yeah.
The second time you fight Birkin, where it's like on this little like platform and you have to hit him with a storage container. I don't know if you have to do that.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite. Like,
I hit myself.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was like, I'm clear of it, right? And then it came and hit me, and I'm like, I wasn't clear of it. I thought it was perfectly clear. I didn't know it was. I thought it was going to be like a smash.
Yeah.
Right. So it was going to smash him and push him.
Yeah.
Like kind of like that. I didn't know it was going to go all the way through. I'm like, how did he do that? Because the button didn't do that before.
Right.
I'm so confused.
No, I love that fight though. Like, it's such a fun fight.
Yeah, it's scary. You just run from him. There's nothing you can do for fighting him. You have to stun him. So I was able to burn him and stun him there and then use it. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to stun him again because it's taking its sweet fucking time.
Yep, that's basically what you had to do, is stun him in that spot.
Yeah, twice.
Yep. I loved all the Birkin fights though. The Birkin fights were so good.
The last one I could have done without.
The last one was a little lame.
Yeah, I don't know what yours was, but mine was like underneath the laboratory. I had to fight him there, and
it was where the train was before Claire took it out, and it was this giant like cylinder.
The tram or the train?
The train. The
exit train.
The exit train.
Okay, so I didn't get the only part of the train I got to do was literally a last time cutscene where he jumps on the moving train. Yeah. That's all Leon does.
Yeah, because.
Does Claire like open a door and Leon's inside at the end, or is it Leon opening a door and Claire's inside?
No, there's when she goes to activate the train to exit. There's like when you get to that part, if you get it to it fast enough, there's like 7 minutes before the self-destruct of the entire nest facility is going to blow up. There's a screen when you turn on the power to turn on the train that pops up and it shows Leon. And Claire's like, oh, Leon!
Oh, yeah. I remember that because he does it to Claire. She's like, Claire, can you hear me? And I'm like, why would she be able to hear you through the security camera? I can hear you. I'm like, what?
Yeah, they're both like
it's
talking,
like a fucking
but it
intercom.
didn't seem like he could hear her on Claire's story.
Oh, they were talking to each other. And then, like, it's so funny because you can hear the full thing. It's Claire says, Leon, there's a way out. We can get out. And then he's like, I can't hear you. You're breaking up. I'm like, she clearly fucking said it. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Yeah,
because it was a similar in mine, too. And then she's like, I got a train. He's like, don't worry about me. Just get out.
Yeah, Claire says it, too.
Yeah.
So
and then
it's just opposites.
So then Birkin evolves a fourth time and becomes even crazier looking with like giant fucking teeth kind of thing comes out of his like stomach and shit.
Yeah, with Tyrant, his arm becomes like a sword almost.
Oh, okay.
So he like goes to stab you. If he stabs you once, you're dead.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking insane.
He gets this giant fucking right arm claw, and then he's got this giant like almost like Jing Chan from Smite.
Yeah.
But he's like these giant like teeth that come out to like fucking here. And he opens up and he's got like all these different red eyes all around him and shit that come out through the middle of his chest. Yeah. And then and
that's what
you get a minigun and you have to kill him with a minigun.
Oh, interesting. So when I fought him, he had the red eyes, but after you blew up his one eye, he got stunned.
Yeah.
And then the red eyes came out and you just shot those until he was dead.
Okay.
So Magnum fucked him up. 3 shots with the Magnum put him in his final state. And I was like, oh my fuck.
Yeah. The minigun had 400 ammo, and you had to basically run through all of it and still use some other guns.
Oh, that's weird. Tyrant was so much easier. So Tyrant, you didn't even have to hit, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
So basically you're on this moving platform that's moving down towards the train.
Oh, okay.
And there's a 5-minute timer left. So there's 5 minutes on the self-destruct. And does the self-destruct just activate for you?
Yes.
Because you don't get the G-Virus.
We cure Sherry of the G-Virus. Yeah. And then the G-Virus somehow like leaves the building and that activates.
Yeah, that's because at that same time Leon grabs the virus.
Oh.
Yeah, Leon goes to grab the virus and it activates the self-destruct.
So it was just random for us because like I was just like, what the fuck? Who took that out?
Yeah, so that was Leon. So Leon grabs it. So anyway, you're on this platform, right?
Yeah.
And it's a small platform, but it's big enough for you to run from Tyrant. So you just run from him while he walks towards you, and sometimes he'll jump at you, and if you just keep running, he can't hit you. Okay. So you just keep avoiding him in a circle, and eventually rocks fall, so it kind of makes the thing a little smaller.
Oh, okay.
And then he's gonna like charge at you with that one hit kill with his little sword thing. If you get behind the rock, he'll hit it, and then he'll just start chasing you again.
Okay.
Run around him until 2 minutes and 30 seconds are left, and then Ada throws you a rocket launcher.
Oh, okay. That's where
one shot with the rocket launcher, and he is dead.
Damn.
Yeah, his whole torso blows up.
Damn.
All that's left are his feet. But it's funny because before that, Ada dies. So that point where I'm like, she's trying to get the G virus, and she drops the gun and says, "I love you."
Yeah.
Yeah, they kiss before that. By the way, they make out.
I remember that.
And then she drops her gun and says, "I guess I care about you." And then she gets shot by Annette.
Oh,
because Annette dies. Birkin kills Annette.
Yeah, Birkin kills Annette.
Kind of.
Well, he like grabs her and throws her, and then Annette cures Sherry, and then she dies directly after she cures Sherry.
Okay, so in mine, Birkin throws her. She's seemingly dead on the ground. I guess I don't even fucking check because I just walk away.
Oh, okay, yeah. She's on the ground for a while, and then she gets up, and she's like really sore and stuff. But then she's able to. I go after Birkin. She takes Sherry to her office
and cures her. And
then I get back after I attack Birkin. Get to that office, and then she sees that Sherry's alive and she's cured of the virus, and then she's like, and then falls down to the ground, and then she's like dying, and then the self-destruct thing activates right as she's dying.
Okay.
And she's like, "You gotta get out of here! Take my daughter! I love you!"
Yeah.
And then dies.
So, yeah, it's weird. And mine, she's seemingly dead after, because he crushes her and then throws her against the wall.
Yeah, because he does that too.
And she's seemingly dead. So he walks away, and then Ada does the thing, and then she shoots Ada right when she lowers her gun and says, "Bitch," and then dies right there. No one's getting the virus now. And it drops to the bottom of the thing, to the bottom. And then the pathway somehow gives in.
Oh, okay.
And you grab her and you hold on to her, and she's like, "Get out of here, Leon. I've always loved you." And you drop her, and I'm like, why did she say that? It's so fucking weird. And
That's
then
so random.
Somehow she survived because she drops the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say it's her, but she talks. Like when she does it, sounds just like her, and she says, "You owe me another one." Because throughout the thing, she's constantly saving you. So she's like, "You owe me another one." And then she kicks the rocket launcher down and says, "You owe me another one." I'm like, you just fell like 150 feet. How the fuck are you alive? She's like a mystery. I said, she's in a lot of the future Resident Evils.
Interesting.
So somehow she is a fucking invincible person. Okay. So, and then you defeat Tyrant and you run for the train and you're like, slow-mo running. I'm gonna make it. And you jump, of course. You have to jump and you have to grab onto the railing and you're, oh God. Oh man, the rail. I'm getting, I gotta pull myself up from the railing. I'm a man. And you pull yourself up and you open a door and Claire's there with a kid and you're like, "You were pregnant?"
What?
Because I have no idea what Claire was doing. And the whole time I'm like, where'd you get a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Did you kidnap a kid?
Yeah, it's so random. So like in Claire's story, when she's on the train, they're leaving and they're talking about how she's like asking Sherry what she wants to do. She's wearing Claire's jacket.
Not even worried about Leon. She's like, well, he's probably fucking dead.
They honestly did probably think he was dead.
Yeah.
They didn't even bring him up or anything. And then Claire's like, "What do you want to do, Sherry?" And she's like, "I want to see where you live." And she goes, "That's great, kid, because I really need a shower."
And then she's like, "Listen, I'm 21. I'm not ready for a kid yet. You're gonna have to go live with your grandparents, actually."
And then Sherry's like, "Yeah, you do." And then they both start laughing. And then she goes, "Oh, I really do." Oh. And then Leon opens up the door.
And he's like, "Is it mine?"
And then
does he say, "Is it mine?"
It goes to the credits, but then it seems like Birkin's still alive.
Birkin's alive. Yeah,
and I'm like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah. But it's either Birkin or something that looks like Birkin again, because there were a bunch of them. So could have been another Birkin.
Could have been another Birkin.
But yeah, it gets a little weird at the ending. I didn't quite love the ending.
It felt a little rushed.
Yeah.
I think maybe is the thing.
I just feel like where the fuck does that train
in
go?
4 hours if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. So, and I got a C rating on it. I'm like, fuck you, fuck you, get out of here.
I think I got a B my first run through.
They were like 44 saves. What are you, a pussy? Like,
my first time through, I did. I think I had 57 saves.
Yeah, and I'm like, I save every time I get to a save.
Exactly,
because I never know. But I also didn't know that you could continue because I didn't die for a long time. I thought when you died, you just had to go back to a load.
Oh.
So but there's a continue part. So, but maybe sometimes you have to go back to a load, but there are autosaves during it that you can go back to.
Okay.
So I died a couple times during boss fights, and I'm like, oh shit, so there's an autosave here.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
That makes sense for the boss fights.
Yeah.
I think in the regular parts you do have to go back to the load.
I don't know. Because it would show randomly pop up autosave. I was paying attention after
I didn't
that.
die at all on this run through, though, so I don't really remember.
So I wasn't too sure what would happen. Maybe I'll try to die on purpose in the real thing and see what happens.
But yeah, my first time playing through, I played as Claire. I played probably 70% of the story with Leon, and then I played it again, Claire, for the channel this week. So I've played through Claire's story twice now.
And with Leon, you're like, I'm a cop.
I don't like Leon's story as much as
Claire's.
Claire's.
It's boring.
Claire's is so much better.
It's so boring because it's literally him just going around, I'll protect you. I'm a cop. Marvin, you're dead. I'm a cop.
I really do just like Claire's story better.
Yeah. What is Claire's gun? Does her gun have a name? Because Leon's gun's called Matilda, and I was like, did this fucker really name his gun? Also, when
it's like the SL60.
Oh, okay. So she did not name her gun.
No.
What's funny about his is he has it like starting out.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm a cop, and I'm like, they didn't issue that gun for you. Your first day on the job, dude. Where the fuck did you get that gun?
I'm a cop.
Like, he literally brought his own gun. The chief was going to hand him a gun.
I'm a cop.
But the chief was going to hand him his issued gun, and he's like, don't need it. I already got Matilda. One. Yeah, I'm just like, why the fuck do you have a gun already? What is wrong with you, dude?
I mean, he needed it.
He did need it, but he didn't know he needed it. So fuck that guy.
True.
Also, so in the original one, apparently when you play as Leon, he's already in his RPD outfit, even though he hasn't actually gotten to the station yet. Then this one, they made him in regular clothes and said, yeah, you're not going to be in your fucking outfit before you're even a cop yet.
He's wearing
regular clothes to start out. He changes into it once he gets to the police station.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I couldn't remember.
So this outfit here that we're looking at on this computer screen that you guys can't see, that's him after he gets to Marvin, and Marvin gives him his gear.
Oh, okay.
So
I know, like, you can get alternate costumes that you unlock and stuff too, and there's a tofu mode.
Tofu mode? Oh, where you become tofu?
Where you become tofu.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere. I don't remember where I saw that, but that was pretty funny.
It was an old, I think, unlockable or a cheat in the original, and they brought it back.
Nice.
For the remake, and it's pretty fucking hilarious.
What are the zombies? Are they tofu?
No, you're tofu.
And you're the only one who's tofu?
I think
just
so.
a big blob of tofu?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
How do you walk?
You just do.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly.
I want to try tofu mode.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So that was Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Worth, or nah?
I'm gonna go nah. This game was trash.
Oh.
Capcom's trash.
You're a liar.
PS4 is trash. You're trash. I'm trash.
It's not just on PlayStation 4. It's also on Xbox.
Xbox is trash. Computer is trash. Everything's trash.
You're trash.
Okay, that's what I said already. I said you're trash. I'm trash.
Okay.
All right. So this game, what would you give it for reals? For realsies.
I would give it a worth. If we're like giving it like a grade or something, I'd probably give this game like a B+.
Okay.
I think this game is very much a high recommend for me.
Yeah.
I don't think it's perfect in any way.
No.
But I do think it's a really enjoyable horror game where you actually can fight back.
Yeah.
And I think it does a lot of really good things with it. I love the puzzles. Nothing's too hard in it. And especially on like repeat playthroughs when you get all those unlimited ammo guns, it's so much fun running through the thing with just like a rocket launcher, an unlimited rocket launcher, and an unlimited
don't even
gun.
Cover up the windows. You're like, I hope so.
Yeah, you just like fucking come, bitches. You're not scared of Mr. X because you can just stun him every 15 seconds with your rocket launcher. Like everything you can kill will basically be one shot with your rocket launcher. So you're just like, this is so much fun. And the gore for this game, like with the zombies, like when you shoot them, like you can actually shoot their limbs off and shit. Like it's so fucking cool.
By the way, zombies are not one-shot kills.
No.
Only if you have special guns.
Yes. Headshots can. There's a chance on getting a one-shot kill.
RNG chance. So.
But it's typically like 3 to 4 headshots.
I think sometimes I went 8.
It depends. Yeah.
So, and I'm like, you're still alive.
Why won't you die? And then even later when you come back,
they're still alive.
They'll still come back.
Yeah. So I'll give this a worth too. This game was a lot of fun. Some of the cool mechanics in it. I mean, I love the puzzles. Puzzles were great. The fighting was great. Even the weird stuff with the actual inventory slots, you can combine things.
Yeah.
So, and you didn't like, one puzzle was you had to give the arm back to a statue with the book in it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So, and I didn't know that. So I kept putting the arm back. I'm like, okay, I'm putting the fucking arm on. Why isn't it doing anything? And later on, you can find a picture that has the book in it.
Book, yeah.
But literally, if you just like sit there for a second, I open the inventory, I'm like, wait, it looks like he's holding something in his arm. I wonder. And I tried the book. I'm like, oh, fuck, you can. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, just learning about that stuff. Like, those puzzles are really fucking neat.
Or in the Nest Lab, there's this like tech device that you get where you actually have to do frequencies.
Yeah. That was really fun, too.
And you had to like mess with the frequencies.
I thought you had to get every frequency perfect.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you do not. You just the one you're using at that moment.
Exactly.
But you only use it 3 times, I think. So.
But I mean, even that.
Maybe on the
like
Plus you use it more.
Maybe. But I just thought like some of those things were just really cool.
Yeah.
Like I really liked a lot of the combining mechanics for a lot of these things, upgrading everything, like even just like the potions and stuff, like making first aid kits, making all the different gunpowders and mixing all the like you mix 2 light ones together, you're gonna get handgun ammo. You mix a light and a heavy together, you're gonna get some machine gun ammo.
For me, it was shotgun.
Or light and
yellow gunpowder and black gunpowder, right?
Yeah.
So if you mix yellow and black, you get shotgun ammo for me.
It was some machine gun, I think.
If you mix yellow and yellow, you get mag ammo for me.
And it was the grenade launcher.
Okay, yeah. The mag is sounds so much better than the fucking grenade launcher.
Grenade launcher, they had the fire ammo and they had acid ammo.
Okay.
And both of those were kind of cool, but they also could burn you if you went through it.
And the mag was just literally a one fucking shot kill. So shooting the Birkin's eye once with that blew it up.
Damn. Yeah, that's
like so, and then 3 times into the stomach killed him.
Okay.
So
and it would take a couple grenade launcher shots to do that with Birkin,
it's
just
pretty
because it's not
insane.
it's more of an area effect. It would one shot most zombies and almost all lickers and all the dogs and stuff like that, but it wouldn't do like Birkin and stuff very well.
Yeah, pretty fucking good. But yeah, this game is definitely worth the play, guys. I would jump into it if you can. Play both stories. Honestly, I'm going to go back and play Claire's story at some point.
Oh, yeah. No,
and then probably play another Plus story with Leon to see if I can get some of that cool extra stuff.
Yeah.
So...
No, like seriously, like the more stuff you do, you unlock
and you
all
get a
these
different ending,
things.
I think, if you do it again. That's what I
think so.
So when I finished the game...
If you do the actual second run...
Yeah, it said like, hey, and if you do a second run, you get a different ending. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm curious what the ending for that is.
Yeah. Instead, you get to see him like fucking Claire and Ada. And you're like, oh my God, this ending's so much better. I feel so much more relaxed.
Games should do that. They should have like, if you beat it on the hardest difficulty, getting everything in it,
you just get a porn ending.
Unlock a fucking porn ending.
Porn endings, games, hire us. I'll write your pornos.
Yes.
Please. Have Ada fucking Claire fucking Leon.
So, this is what happens. He's
and
fucking
the little
Ada
girl is filming.
While eating out Claire.
And the little girl is filming.
Ada and Claire are making out.
What's her name? Sherry?
Sherry
is filming. And she's crying while she's filming.
No, the police chief is filming.
Both of them are filming. All of them are filming. And they're all crying while they're doing it. And their tears are lubricating you and the 2 girls.
Damn.
There you go.
That's really gross and disturbing. It was fine until you brought the little girl in.
No, we're bringing everyone into this. The zombies are there too.
Oh.
Everybody.
Mr. X.
There.
Oh, yeah.
They're all there.
And he's, as big as he is, he's probably got a monster cock. I don't even want to know what Birkin's cock looks like.
But he's gay.
Oh, Birkin and Mr. X fuck each other.
Yeah. Birkin is not like it. But Mr. X is really...
into it.
And you fist bump him, you're like...
He puts on his hat and opens up his trench coat. And just,
so I watched the original, by the way, with Tyrant. Yeah. So Tyrant's running around. He looks nothing like he does.
No, he doesn't.
So he looks like he looks like Nemesis. So he has got that, like, kind of not clean look. He's not wearing a suit. He's not wearing a fucking top hat. He literally looks like a fucking monster. And in this one, they're like... Let's fancy him up a little bit. Let's make him look fancy. How about that? Give him an overcoat.
You'll have to watch a lot of the mods for this game. Mm-hmm. Well, everyone has modded Mr. X to be some other character from other games or for other movies. Like I think one time he was like Wreck-It Ralph. Like,
oh, that's funny.
It was really.
That is really funny.
It was really cool. Like one time they had him as like Thomas the Tank Engine.
I don't know which one I watched, but I watched a Resident Evil. It's like Village or something.
Oh, the newest one.
Where you're in the castle. Yeah, so you're in the castle, and there's this big old lady who's walking around. She's like a vampire or something.
Lady Damascus, I think is her name.
And you've got a fly swatter.
and you spank her butt.
And you just spank her butt, and she's like, hey! This is so fucking funny. The mods for this are really funny.
They're funny as fuck.
They are so funny.
And of course, there's probably some perverted mods out there.
But those ones are funny. The ones with the fly swatter.
That one's
that's hilarious. I love Wreck-It Ralph, too, though. That would be fun. Or make him like someone ridiculous. Remember?
I think they made him Shrek in one of them.
That would be fun. But what about make him small? Make him Squanchy from Rick and Morty.
Or Chucky.
Make him dog. Oh, he's gonna hold a knife.
Just running at you.
Or he's Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
Here's
Johnny. Right? Isn't that The Shining?
I think someone made every time he like burst to open a door, he said that.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, so this game, just the mods alone, make it such a cool game.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, a lot of the community loves this game, and another reason I really like this game is the community is so fucking healthy.
It's so good. It's so awesome. Like, everyone's like super helpful in it. And the replayability of these games, like, honestly, like, I didn't think I was going to have this. I didn't think I was going to have as much fun going back in a second time, but realizing, like, all the extra shit that I could get, all the extra weapons I could get, I'm like, I'm fucking rushing through this as fast as I fucking can.
So is Claire, you got all this extra stuff?
I've done it with Claire, yeah.
Okay, so
I probably can do it with Leon too, but you also can unlock alternate costumes and stuff, getting certain achievements and stuff. So I had this pink romper,
nice.
I think, that she was in.
You can be Ada Wong and have her fucking weird ass dress while the zombie apocalypse is going on. She's like, "Don't look at my dress.
Don't stop it.
Stop it.
No, I don't want it."
All right, guys. Well, that was Resident Evil 2. Doesn't have a name besides 2.
What are we doing for next?
I don't remember. Oh, we're doing Donkey Kong Country.
Yes,
Donkey Kong Country. I started playing it.
Okay.
So I was like, what are we doing? Oh, I just played it. Donkey Kong Country. So the next game is Donkey Kong Country. That one's a fun one. That one's an old one. So
Super Nintendo days.
Yeah, we're going to have fun with that one. So we hope you guys liked Resident Evil 2. We hope you guys go out and play it. We hope you guys like, subscribe, everything. Check out The Gooey Magoo on YouTube, Poser67 on YouTube. Check us out on TikTok at The Stephen McGee. And at The Gooey Magoo on Instagram.
Yep.
So thank you,
Those are all
everyone.
the different places. And for all of you guys too, we are starting to put all of our YouTube videos back up. We kind of slowed down on that because we weren't getting enough viewers and stuff on YouTube. But I've uploaded those more again, and I created a Facebook page. I've been uploading our videos too. So all these different places you can find us. Just Soul of a Gamer Podcast wherever you look. Except
wherever
for these.
you look. Wherever. Go to GameStop. And ask for Soul of a Gamer Podcast.
If you go to Game Factor in Greeley, they might suggest us.
If you go to a Blockbuster, if you go to the last Blockbuster and say, is Soul of a Gamer
in
Podcast
Ohio,
here?
right?
Yeah, no, in Washington.
Oh.
No, in Oregon. Oregon or Washington, one of those
Something
two states.
Like
if you go there and say, listen, is this the Soul of a Gamer Podcast? Is that here? And they say no, they're fucking assholes and you fucking kill them.
Actually, I would do that because they have a B&B at that Airbnb. Like at Air Bed and Breakfast at the Black Blockbuster.
Like it's part of it?
Yeah.
They're really trying hard to keep
they really are.
They're going for it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. This was fun.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.